Hi, and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy Wednesday night to join me. I really appreciate it. I do believe in Spanish that is said miércoles. Miercoles. Your boy's been trying to brush up on some Spanish here, and I gotta tell you, I'm getting awfully good. I'm just saying that my dream this year is to give an entire vlog in Spanish. You feel me? And then to kind of go from there. I'd love to do this vlogs about nothing idea in many languages. Naturally, I think that'd be the coolest thing ever. You feel me? I mean, it's one thing to have people translate your stuff, and it's another to just do it yourself. And I mean, I just think it'd be really cool throughout the duration of my life to see how many entire videos I can come up with on the improv in different languages. These are the like goals that I obtain. I ask, I reach for and stuff. And so, yeah, low bearing fruit, I suppose. I think it'd be really cool. And also, you know what also is really cool? Low key, no cap. I feel like a good conspiracy keeps us all entertained. And why do I feel this way? Well, for a number of different reasons. And I got to tell you that as I was trying to think about stuff to talk about, because I do try to give it a few minutes thought, to like settle in. I actually had some stuff to do today, you feel me? So just kind of getting back in to the normal world of doing nothing. And so, regardless, I did want to specifically and then the crazy thing is I just forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, a good conspiracy. Okay, so I got home, you feel me, and I'm looking through my phone just quickly, and the Y files. That's what's inspired this. Link in the description below. I've talked about the Y files before. It's actually one of the more popular shorts here on this channel. Vote for Hecklefish. We all know that Hecklefish unfortunately didn't win, but forevermore, Hecklefish is my penciled in candidate for the United States president. Until somebody can present a better case than Hecklefish, I'm just pro Hecklefish. This is where I stand in life. I'm pro Hecklefish, and I want to learn to do different vlogs in different languages. And so a good conspiracy. All right, this is the thing. I feel like the truth, a lot of people will tell you that the truth is an ugly thing, that no one wants to know the truth. And I mean, think about that for a moment. That sounds super sketch. You feel me? I mean, the truth should be wholesome. The truth should be something that's celebrated. It shouldn't be something that is squandered away or hidden in and or amongst different groups of people throughout human history. To all the people out there and responsible for what's happening out here, I just want to let you know that you should probably do a better job of sharing some of that knowledge. So some popular conspiracies. Let's just go through them, right? And again, friendly reminder, fact check everything I say. Fact check everything anyone tells you. You feel me? I mean, and then you gotta like actually make sure that you're doing the right fact checks. But I'm just saying, like, a good conspiracy that's been prevalent here in America for about 40 years or so. And I'd say since the invention of, oh, did I say invention? Cancer, right? So here's the scary thing about cancer. And, there's many documentaries, there's so many different sources of information out there. Ladies, gentlemen, they, them, do your own research, look into some of this stuff. But the cancer idea in and of itself, the actual idea of cancer being a conspiracy, so far as a cure for cancer being a conspiracy. These are often quite common table talk conversations at the dinner. I mean, like, it's almost as if anyone and everyone that's ever had a brain kind of understands that big pharma has no reason or medicine that's practiced in a world that is for profit. There's literally no incentivization to eradicate diseases in and of themselves, because otherwise there'd be no customers to sell a product to. Now, that's a true statement. That's not a weird cringe thing. That's not conspiratorial. That's just the way business works. You gotta have people that need to buy the stuff that you're selling, and they gotta need the stuff that you're selling, and this is how the modern day capitalism cycle works, right? This is literally how it works. And so it's just a popular conspiracy. There might be a cure for cancer, and people may have invented cancer. I mean, who knows? But both of those seem to be very plausible, so far as we're on Mars, we're talking about colonizing the moon, and yet we still live in a world that so many millions of people, arguably billions of people, experience such a bad part of a good kind of time in human history, right? This should be, again, going back to the celebration of truth and the idea that human beings are responsible to not only handle the truth, but to act accordingly. I almost feel like it's a no win game when the options that we're presented with are just terrible options. I mean, how can you live a good life when all that's presented in front of you is just bad choice after society sort of turning their back on you, kind of a rugged, you're on your own feeling in a world that we know can be so much more, dare I say, harmonious and equal, but just at the very basic and at the very minimum, free of such things like the archaic idea of profiting off of the human body in a way that is causing problems for society in general. I mean, no society wants to have large portions of its population diagnosed with untreatable kinds of cancer, all while simultaneously never actually finding a cure to eradicate said cancerous diagnoses. I mean, again, it would be different if one of those popular conspiracies, came out to be true. I mean, obviously, probably the latter, seeing as though the former is a little bit scary. But, there's also the conspiracy that Lyme disease was a manufactured and quite preventable disease now that we know that's what it is. Again, like, I'm not the guy that makes up the ideas that the truth is being hidden from us. You feel me? And I mean society as a whole. That's what I mean. Because I dare say that people who feel like they have to hide things from the majority of the world population feel as though maybe, people won't be responsible, or people will not know how to handle the truth, or people will. I've never found any rationale in those kinds of arguments, because we don't know how people or how society would be if the truth were told to all of us. And that's without question. So it's hard to say what would happen if we did in fact know the truth, or we did in fact prove that some conspiracies were not at all conspiracies and they were in fact closer to the truth than anything that we've been presented. And again, this goes from, and this is coming from a good old Albuquerque boy whose family's been in the northern New Mexico area for a very, very long time. And I'm growing up, hearing stories about the Roswell incident and the cover up with, extraterrestrials and stuff, the conspiracy of unidentified aerial phenomenon, as they're known now. In the previous century that I was born in, they were known as unidentified flying objects. So, the vernacular may change, the terms may change, but I just feel like human beings should be on some Star Trek level right now. That's where we should be collectively as a species, right? We should be there. But the things that prevent us from being there, I would argue, are in fact the opportunity to be given the truth. Whether or not people want to feel like that's ugly, I mean, we all have to kind of come to the understanding that if the truth were to be told to us in any sort of big kind of a way, we'd have to also simultaneously forgive the fact that our brothers and sisters have withheld crucial information from us that has literally prevented us from being on that Star Trek level. You feel me? And so I'm just saying, if we're all a part of the same team and collectively we want peace and prosperity and opportunity, to live a good quality life. I just feel like discussing the truth is not a bad idea. I feel like people can handle the truth so far as it concerns big societal topics that the future will only prove to be either with some credibility or not as it concerns some of these conspiracies. And so I tell you what I'm going to do. I tell you, I'm going to get off this phone right now. I'm going to switch on the Wi-Fi's and I'm going to entertain myself with some more good old conspiracies because that is a form of entertainment, unfortunately. And I say that it's a form of entertainment because it's presented that way. And for those of us that choose to consume this kind of content, we know, with a grain of salt, just again, all of the things that we've spent the last 10 minutes or so talking about. I just will always go back to the idea that to the people out there that may or may not be in charge of what's happening in this world, give people a chance. Give people an opportunity to do the right thing, to do what's best for their communities, for their neighborhoods, for their families, for themselves. I feel like the opportunity to do all of these things and live a really good life is just right there at our doorstep. My roommate just sneezed. God bless you, dude. He's secular, so I'm just gonna say what we always say, and we got it from Seinfeld, which is, you're so good looking. You're so good looking, dude. Anyways, I hope that you guys have a really wonderful night. Thank you so much for watching my show. I really appreciate it. If you're not already a subscriber, just smash that subscribe button. I really appreciate you. I feel like a cool Xer when I say that. Just so that you know, I'm a millennial. A loser millennial at that, but I'm just saying I feel like a cool Xer when I say smash that subscribe button. So smash that subscribe button. Have a really good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. My name is Albert. This was Vlogs About Nothing. Bye.